Hi YouTube, my name is Monica Cooley, and I started this YouTube channel because I love football. I grew up in Wisconsin where football is huge. I love the Packers, and I bleed green and gold. My other teams are the Jaguars and the Ravens, but I will watch any team on any given Sunday because I love football. My favorite player is Aaron Rodgers. I'm sporting his jersey right now just to support him. But I also like Maurice Jones-Drew, who is 5'6" and can take anybody in the league, and Ed Reed, who is the most fun defensive player to watch in the league. I started this channel to just kind of express my opinions and views on the leagues. I'm going to start with one video a week with predictions for the games that weekend and covering kind of big news in the league. If things go well with the first video, I will add a second video on Tuesdays, kind of recapping the games from the weekend. So I guess we'll jump right in, get down to business, and start with divisional predictions. We'll start with the AFC. AFC North will be a close contest between the Ravens and the Steelers. Both have incredible defenses and promising quarterbacks. But I'm going to have to go with the Ravens. Ed Reed leading the team in the defense with Joe Flacco. No sophomore slump for him. He'll look good this year. Willis McGahee on the ground. They've got it all. I really think they are going to take AFC North this year and be Super Bowl contenders. However, they have to win their easy games and most of their hard ones because if they slip up, the Steelers will be right there to take the division from them. I don't see much competition coming from the Bengals, who are scrambling to kind of get their team back off the ground and up on their feet, or the Browns, who have yet to announce starting quarterback for the 2009 season. They need to get on that because the team in the locker room needs someone to get behind and, this is their quarterback and get the chemistry going behind him. Derek Anderson or Brady Quinn? I see Brady Quinn taking the starting job, but we'll see. In the AFC South, close call again, but the Titans. The Titans have LenDale White and Chris Johnson, who will be the reason why they win this division. They have good defense and a solid quarterback in Kerry Collins. He's nothing special, but he gets the job done. The running back tandem is clearly the superstar area of the offense. Kerry Collins, he doesn't throw for a lot of yards. He doesn't throw a ton of touchdowns. He also doesn't throw the interception. He gets the ball where it needs to go, makes the plays he needs to make, and he will carry this team to an AFC South title. Jags will be in contention because their offensive line is not the makeshift offensive line it was last year. It'll allow David Garrard to shine and open up holes for Maurice Jones-Drew, who will be taking all of the carries this year after the loss of Fred Taylor. They'll be close. They will definitely contend for the division. Also in contention, the Colts. They lost Marvin Harrison. They looked lackluster last year, but Peyton Manning is undeniably an incredible leader, and I think he can will this team to do better than they did last year. Texans will not factor in for a couple of years. They're still having issues at quarterback. They have Kitna, Grossman. They have backup quarterback quality players for that position. We'll see who they announce as starter. They won't be an issue for a while. The AFC East will go to the Patriots because Tom Brady's back. He's incredible. There's no denying it. I don't like him personally, but he's a good player. Even though he might not be at full health yet, his presence in the locker room will psychologically boost this team to win the division that does not present a lot more competition. Dolphins' Wildcat offense is a lot more predictable this year than last year because teams have seen it, they'll recognize it, and Ronnie Brown won't be able to get away with what he did last year. Chad Pennington, solid quarterback, he doesn't have that X factor necessary to bring this team to the postseason. The Jets are in disarray after losing Brett Favre. He may have lost the playoff spot for them. He also won them all of their games last year. They've got solid rushing, but that's about it. They have Mark Sanchez, who has promised, but he won't be able to come to this team, take the starting spot if he gets it, and beat the Patriots and the Dolphins. The Bills, sure, they brought in T.O. He will cause issues with Trent Edwards, who I don't think will have the experience to be able to deal with the prima donnas such as Terrell Owens. T.O. could not get along with Garcia, McNabb, Romo, and he won't get along with Edwards. It's just who he is. He's good. He can back up his mouth and what he says, but bringing in a prima donna receiver is not what the Bills needed. AFC West, it's a pretty weak division. It'll go to the Chargers. Sean Merriman's back and healthy. Phillip Rivers has been looking good, and LaDainian Tomlinson on the ground. Sproles, Cromartie, other threats on that team. They'll go to the playoffs. The Broncos are really the only other team in contention for the AFC West. However, they lost a lot when they traded Cutler for Orton. Orton's good. He doesn't bring what Cutler brought to that team. They have a good receiving core. Their defense is working on it. They're getting there. But they won't be able to unseat the Chargers with a quarterback like Orton. The Raiders will not be good until Al Davis dies. Al Davis makes terrible decisions between firing Lane Kiffin, passing up, just his management is awful. The draft, they passed up Crabtree, who they really could have used. They have young talent. They have McFadden, they have Jamarcus Russell, but nothing's going to happen over in Oakland until Al Davis relinquishes control of the team, which will be upon death. The Chiefs already having issues. They brought in Matt Castle, who probably will not be as good as he was with the Patriots. He does not have that supporting cast, not to mention he went down in the preseason, got injured. We'll see how he does this year, but he certainly will not be able to win them the division. NFC North, this is my division. You might say I'm biased, but the Packers will take this division. Aaron Rodgers is incredible. He has been shining in the preseason. He looks like he's already halfway through the season. They have the best receiving core in the league, with Donald Driver leading it, experienced, with the rest of the crew very young, but they show a lot of potential. You've got Jennings, Jones, Finley, Lee, Jordy Nelson, Martin. They've got an incredible amount of talent in the receiving core. Ryan Grant will be back to full health. Best cornerback tandem in the league, I would argue, with Al Harris and Charles Woodson. The new 3-4 defense, the only one of its kind in the NFC North. I think the Packers will take this. Their competition will be the Chicago Bears, who received Cutler, a gem in Cutler. They got such a good deal out of that, but they don't have the receiving support for Cutler that he had in Denver. They have Hester, who has questionable hands. He needs to be able to catch. They drafted Iglesias. They have Rasheed Davis and a couple other notable wide receivers. Not enough for Cutler to do what he did in Denver as well as he did there. They have a good defense, but Urlacher is not the player he used to be. The defense is not as good as it used to be. Urlacher is a leader. He's an icon in the locker room. Not much else at this point in time. The Vikings. With Brett Favre causing drama in the locker room, I think that they will not be as good as everyone thinks they will be. They'll be decent. They are not a Super Bowl team, especially not with Brett Favre. They have decent receiving with Percy Harvins, and then of course they have Adrian Peterson, who's fantastic. They've got a great line, incredible line, and some fairly good secondary coverage. But this team was so ready to move on with Tavares Jackson. Brett Favre is creating issues in the locker room. He's creating issues with chemistry. I don't see them going anywhere. The Lions, they won't be good for a couple of years. They have talent. They have Johnson, Stafford, and Jones. They have a lot of work to do before they will contend for this title. NFC South will go to the Falcons simply because of Michael Turner Michael Turner and Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan looked incredible last year as a rookie. He'll be even better this year. He was winning games in the last couple seconds of the game with the Falcons as a rookie. He'll be incredible this year. They went to the playoffs last year under their new coaching staff. That coaching staff will take them there again. But the Panthers and Saints will both contend. Panthers, if Delhomme steps it up just one more level from what he had last year, they might take this division. The Saints gained Shockey, and they have an offensive powerhouse with Breeze, all the receivers, Bush, and now Shockey. Breeze being the most notable, but a good supporting cast. Until their defense steps it up, though, it's just going to continue to be shootouts, and they're bound to lose enough of them not to win the NFC South. The Buccaneers, I'm not a Byron Leftwich fan. He can't lead them to win in this good division. NFC East, best division in football. Eagles will take it. They drafted well. They got Jeremy Maclin, and then they have Deshaun Jackson on the ground. They brought in Michael Vick, who will add another dimension to their offense. McNabb's looking great, and their defense has always been good. The Cowboys have proven they can't win the game. They lost T.O., who took away attention. Double coverage. He took away attention from Creighton, Williams, and Witten. They won't win this. The Redskins have a chance if Jason Campbell plays like he did in 2007 rather than he did last year. The Giants lost Shockey and Burris, but they also have the best depth at running back in the league and a great leader in Eli Manning. Eagles will still take the division. NFC West is wide open. Cardinals will take it again. They have a lot to prove. They're saying they won't make it again. They will. Seahawks will be the only other contenders in the league because they have all their injured players back from last year. 49ers still having quarterback issues. Rams still rebuilding. it won't happen. I'm almost at 10 minutes, so I am going to cut this off. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave your comments and feedback, and until next time, see ya!